Hey everybody, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're back with another LEGO City update. So in our last update, we kind of got a few minifigure things done, kind of rearranging things up front here. We're going to continue that a little bit today, kind of focusing on this area over here and adding those details that we had talked about doing that up front there, and maybe taking out a few things over here. This train station needs to go, Esherim doesn't really need to be there, and maybe adding some more green space over here, or figuring out a way to better transition that from this little curve into our train yard over here. So we're going to work on that. We also have a couple new sets we need to add in today. Just a quick sidebar here. I just got back from Target, and they had some crazy deals going on. This is kind of the mid of June when I'm filming this here, but I was able to get some good deals. I should have recorded when I was there. I just didn't think to whip out the camera because I didn't think the deal was that good until I got to the register. So what we were able to pick up were these three sets here. You might be noticing that these two, at least, are known to be very expensive. This going for $60 and this one for something kind of similar. This one not too bad, but all of them were on sale for almost $20 off. Let me show you the receipt here. Here's just a quick shot of the receipt to kind of prove what I'm talking about here. This is 76303. That is the Batman tumbler. So the regular price, so already marked down to $52.99 instead of $60, I got it even cheaper at $47.99. Kind of same thing happened with the Miles Morales set and the camper. This was a super great deal. So I couldn't believe it. It just doesn't happen for me. I also don't go to the store that often and find actual deals. So when I see it, I just wanted to share it with you all there, that you just never know what you're going to run into. So I'm excited to build these sets here pretty soon, as it's something I've been wanting to add to the city and otherwise here. I got so excited I went ahead and built this new RV set. So we need to find a place for that in our city today, along with put the other one there. So maybe that'll lead to a little bit of redecoration in our nature area, which is located right back here. You can see we've got a few other kind of camper related things. That's going to be one of our next big projects here in the LEGO City. Since we've worked on the beach, the next big thing is working on this back here as we continue to expand our just downtown area as well, and maybe rearrange some of these buildings today. So who knows what we'll get into. And as before, what we did was just kind of cleaned everything out, brought in the little cleaning gel and kind of dusted everything off to just have a fresh start here. And it's always crazy once you actually take all those little things out there and then see how much was actually there. So I'm going to sort through this a little bit and then we'll start placing things. So here's the new and improved area here. Again, doesn't look too different. It's a lot better improved with the stories and other similar things. We've got the Joker kind of sticking up this guy here. We've got the Iron Legion here intervening throughout this little area. We've got Shang-Chi and his dad fighting there. We've got Batgirl chasing after the Joker. Scarlet Witch taking on Thanos and a few other folks about to jump in over there. We've got some of the Guardians folks kind of hanging out front. We've got the Ghostbusters and Moon Knight all hanging out. The Ghostbusters are going to be taking on Carnage because they think he's a ghost, but he's really not. We've got this nice Thor crew over here all about to take on Killer Croc. We've got the Dora Milaje here taking on like a barbarian in a big fight. We've got the Hawkeye folks about to jump into action to save this guy from a droideka here. And we've got a few other things kind of intermingled throughout. We've got the Black Panther jumping off the taxi to take on Killmonger, and a few other things. Just some overall updated stories as opposed to, again, them just kind of standing next to each other. Each one is a bit more cohesive here. We've got the police officers kind of intervening on this side, just kind of getting there. And we move Tony just over here for right now. But overall, a pretty good improvement, I think. So let's see if we can continue the improvement and go ahead and add some vegetation to this area here. Okay, and here is the new and improved area in front of the city here. So again, we did all the minifigures. We just added all of that nice vegetation. Just adds a little bit of detail. I know I could continue to add pieces ad nauseum, but this is kind of the same thing I've just done over here as well, and I think it just adds a great look. I definitely need to add some more actual trees in the future. It's on the to-do list, of course, but I think it really kind of brings it together. It just adds a bit of texture and detail that this area was missing. Again, I stopped over here because this is going to be a transition section there, but I think we made some good progress on this area today here. So let's take a look at something else. So over in this area, it definitely is a work in progress. And I haven't been able to do a lot with it other than kind of placing like this little RV here, this avatar set, which kind of looks like a trailer, and a few other camper sets here. So let's bring over those two RVs I was talking about and see if we can make it look just a tiny bit better. Okay, so what we've done is we've put the new one right over here, just because it kind of makes sense with the door for it to be that way, and the folks can kind of set up right up front here. Left that one there where it is with the awning, and we just kind of moved this one into the middle. I know it doesn't make a ton of sense at the moment there, but I think it kind of fits pretty nicely, especially if we move the Jurassic Park Jeep kind of over there. That kind of opens this up just a little bit more, and that's just a little bit more room for breathing, and that these folks are coming in and hanging out and everything, because it's going to be pretty tight over here no matter what we do in the future, especially with these two houses here, the A-frame cabin and the Sanderson sisters cottage, but I think it will do the job. And just a quick update, the flying car is still flying, so that is hanging in there even with all the bumping and moving we're doing over here. Especially when you look at it from this angle, it really doesn't look that bad or crowded. Right in here is looking a little messy, but again, that's kind of a transition area, so we're still working on that one. Alright, so let's talk about over here for a second. So just to get a little bit more familiar with what's going on, this is the train depot that has this little kind of S-curve, more or less, that kind of leads into the old train engine shed. That's a Bricklink Designer Program set. And right now, we've got like a little train station built in over here, just kind of as a filler, but it doesn't really make sense to have a train station there now, as we have the other Bricklink Designer Program train station right back there. So, and I think that looks pretty good. So this has just kind of been a filling ground, and we haven't needed to get rid of it yet because we don't really know what we're doing with it. So that's why it stayed in the city for so long. But let's go ahead and take it out and just kind of see what it looks like. Let's move Esherim here out of the way. We'll just kind of maybe put him in the thick of it all over here. We have the Indiana Jones plane up there on top of it, as well as a Lego Masters keychain there. There that is, got that at San Diego Comic-Con from Duck Bricks. With that removed, you can see how much room is over here right now. We've got, again, some other filler type things, this little forklift and like the train operating thing, I don't know what it's called, and a spare piece of track there as well. It's not really big enough to put like another modular building right on the corner here, but you maybe could like right in the middle, but it would have to kind of look good from all angles there. Or maybe you could put something like the sanctum there, because that would be kind of the right angle for it to kind of face this way and that way, kind of like it is now, and without too much issue, but then it would just look weird with it kind of in the middle there and nothing else really around it. But it could be something in the future that we could do something with, or a more unique building like the Daily Bugle or something could go over in that. It needs to be on its own anyway because of how wide those words are and this fire escape and everything. It just runs into any other taller building like the Avengers Tower or the Ghostbusters HQ anytime we do something like that. So maybe that could be something that could kind of go over there, just kind of offset, because again, it wouldn't go directly in here because that's the end of the base plate up there. It would kind of need to go right in the middle. The problem is the train track is connected directly to it, so I don't know if I would want to tear that out because it results in things getting offset. You can see this brick was once attached here, and now it can't attach anymore because it's just shifted so much over time. that you can see in that corner right there too, kind of the same thing. So if I take those plates out of there, it could result in some devastating separation with all these plates that we have within the Lego city here. So that we might need to think on for a little bit. I like the idea of putting the Daily Bugle in there, but again, it would be difficult to do that. So if you have any ideas, definitely let me know in the comments below if we should maybe put one of the buildings over there, which again would be hard to do, or if you have a suggestion of how to better use this space right in here, or even kind of going around the corner here. It's just kind of a little bit of dead space in the city, and we need to maximize as we're starting to already fill up a little bit here. So we want as much room in our Lego city as possible, so we need to take advantage of every spot. And of course, anytime you add things near the train tracks, you always got to fire up the old train there to make sure everything can get by. So let's do it nice and easy here first. Oh, I think we did pretty good. So let's speed her up and do a quick lap around. Well, we hit something. Oh yeah, smooth like pudding, huh? And now let's just reverse back into the old train engine shed area here, because I have this switch set up, so once it hits that curve, it'll back it right up into the old parking spot back there, so that's nice. But I think we'll leave it there for today. We've made some decent progress again. Updated the front of the city, placed some things in the nature area, talked about that one section. So only ends up being a short video, but when you do all those time lapses, we spend a few hours up here. But that will do it for today. Leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to Old Mountain Bricks for even more Lego City content coming your way. And until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.